Should I put my hair back? I don't know if that even matters, because I feel like my hair is pretty tucked behind my ears anyway, so we're gonna do that. Oh no, my closet's open. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I need to buy something to like actually put on my under eyes, because it's just like, I always get questions, why do you have tape on your eyes? Why do you have tape on your eyes? But it's less work for me. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Always start with the eyes, because then if I get fallout, there's like no fallout on my eyes. What am I saying? There's like, I'm so tired today. But yeah, there's like no, I don't know, like then you don't have to clean it up, you know, the fallout. Because you don't have any foundation on. So you don't have to worry about messing up your makeup. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. But then I have to go find my setting powder after this. I need to start to notifying, like posting on my, whatever you call it. What do you call it? Like your post page when I'm going live. Maybe I'm going live a little too early. I feel like people are usually on later, but whatever, I don't care. Okay, where's my setting powder? I literally don't know where it is. See, I've got stuff all over the place. Which one is it? I think it's this one. It's this one. Okay, here we go. Hello. How are you? Oh my god, a bunch of people just popped in here. That's crazy. There's like no one in here, and then there's like a ton of people, and now I'm scared. Hello, how do you say your name? Jim? With an E? Jimmy? Jimmy? Is that how you say it? I don't know. Tell me how to say your name. I like knowing how to pronounce people's names. Okay. How is everyone today? How's everyone's day been? Is it Tuesday where everyone else in the world is? Tuesday? Is it Tuesday here? Yeah, it's Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Sometimes I forget what day it is. Because I have weird working hours. What am I doing? I forgot what I was gonna do. Is that set enough? I can't tell if that's like set enough. I think it's fine. It's good enough to do that. It's Friday. What? Where are you then? It's Friday. Is that ahead of us or is that behind us? I'm in Canada, so I'm wondering if it's to the east or the west. How is that possible? How is it possible that it's Friday? I don't get that. I feel like you're pulling my leg. You're just trying to trick me, aren't you? Yeah, no. I was like, how's that possible? Because I was like, the Earth rotates once in 24 hours. So I was like, how is that even, like, how are you even able to do that? I'm gonna do like, what am I doing? I don't know. I'm doing like some hearts, trying to. Hello, Sphinx. Or what? Sphin? I don't know how to say that. Sphin? People have the most random names. I wonder how people come up with their names. Is there like a name you really wanted ever? Like, sometimes when you log on to like social media and there's like a name that you really want and then someone else has taken it and then you're like, oh damn, really wanted that name. And then you have to get creative with it. And then you start going on like a random name generator on like the internet and you start Googling like random names and putting in random names, Maybe that's something I like to do for fun. You want your name to be Cookies? Just so someone already took the cookie name. You can't be Cookies. Someone already took it. Cookies is a good name. I love cookies. My mom made chocolate chip cookies. My mom always makes chocolate chip cookies on the weekends. It's like her weekend hobby to make chocolate chip cookies. Whoopsies. See, I'm trying to... It's hard doing this and talking. Like, I can't... Bad at multitasking. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I'll do, I don't know, like a larger one on the outside. What's with the tape? It's just... See, I knew someone was going to ask me this. This happens every single time. Someone always asks me this. The tape is to help me with my eyeshadow because I'm lazy. Because I don't want to... Like, I don't want to, like, it's basically helps to deal with the fallout. So, like, when you do your eyeshadow, some of it, like, falls down. And if you have, like, foundation on already, then it messes up the foundation. So, yeah. That's kind of what I'm doing. Am I going partying? No, I'm not going partying. Just doing this for fun. Hello, Pickles. Pickles is a good name, too. A good username. You're my favorite witch. Thank you. I love that. I love being your favorite witch. We love witchcraft in this house. You got a sore throat. Oh my God, that sucks. Drink some tea. Drink some warm tea with honey in it. That's my advice. I'm gonna do... I don't really know what I'm gonna do, actually, if I'm being honest. Sore throat. If anyone has any sore throat tips for managing a sore throat, leave them down in the chat. You don't drink tea. Why don't you drink tea? What's wrong with tea? I love tea. I'm not sure what I'm gonna go for with this. I love tea. Tea's my favorite. Drop your favorite types of tea. I remember last time I had a moderator in here and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna subscribe to your channel. And then I literally forgot who it was. It was like something about cupcakes or something, maybe. Put a spell. I could try to put a spell on your throat. Cast away the sore throat. Yeah, totally. I don't know if that's within my powers, though. But I could try. Manifest you a non-sore throat, I'm doing a belated Valentine's Day look. That's what I'm doing with this. Oh. You only like hot chocolate. Okay. Don't do. Okay, I won't cast a spell on your throat. I promise. You need consent, right? So I won't cast a spell on your throat. I have a calming vibe. Thank you very much. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad that my vibe is calming. I don't feel very calming very often, but I'm glad if other people find me calming. You know? Put a love spell on you. I don't really do those, to be honest. I'll do it like for like my family and my friends, manifesting love for my community. Then I'll do that, but I don't know. I've never been that worried about finding like a romantic partner. I think I'm kind of bad at that. But it's not like a priority right now, you know? But if it happens, it happens. But yeah, I don't know. I just think we're too, as a society, a little too focused on like finding like the one person, you know? And it's like there's like so many cool people that you could be friends with or that you could like build community with. So it's like, yeah, like, I don't know. But yeah, human connection is very much needed in these times. I just think the way we go about getting connection sometimes is a little bit misguided, you know? Don't worry about it. I'm a horrible boyfriend. At least you have the self-awareness to admit it, you know? I love that for you. I love self-aware men or woman or person. I don't know what you're. Oh, boyfriend. So yeah. Self-aware man. You don't see too many of those, you know? What am I gonna do? I don't know. I think it's all gonna kind of blend together, so it probably doesn't even matter what I'm gonna do, you know? I like the name Pickles, though. I do really like pickles. Pickles are so delicious. How's it like living in Canada? It's good, like relatively good. The last week I came on here, we'd gotten like a bit of snow and it's mostly like cleared up now. I live in BC, which is pretty what's the word? It's like temperate. Like it doesn't get too hot, doesn't get too cold. It's just kind of like bleh all year round. It rains a lot here. So we don't get that much snow, even though it's in Canada. So you'd think there would be a lot of snow, but there's not, you know? I think I'm a pretty good dude, but I end up being a horrible partner. That's very interesting. I think it's because I think there's just things that we're unaware of about ourselves that that when we encounter like in a relationship, it kind of brings out stuff that we weren't aware of, right? So it's like other people allow you to like go deeper with yourself and your self-concept and allow you to encounter more of yourself, right? So yeah, I think that that's important, right? Because it's like maybe you see yourself as a good person, but then, and we all fundamentally want to see ourselves as a good person, right? Like that's just a human nature to want to see ourselves as good people. But you know, when you encounter someone, it teaches you stuff. Like maybe there's something that you hadn't thought of before about your personality that maybe you need to like reconsider. So I don't know. Maybe that's something to like think about. But I mean, it's also just a blending of personalities. Like some people don't mesh well together, just like naturally. Yeah. How does it feel that you're most likely going to be the 51st state? You know, I don't really care. I mean, I do care, but like, I don't know. I think it's kind of short-sighted, the like imperialist agenda of like trying to conquer other nations is short-sighted and it never ends well. Like it never leads down a good route. Like I think all these imperialist nations that were Y'all would lose free healthcare but gain the world's best army. But I don't want, what if I don't want to fight with people though? Like, what if I don't want to fight with you guys? Like, I don't know. Like, why do we have to fight all the time? Like, if the world wasn't fighting, you wouldn't need an army. Like, I don't understand what your point is. But yeah. Yeah, I just think that like all imperial hallucinations are inevitably bound to fail. And I think that we're fundamentally, when you look at the bigger picture of just everything that's going on in the world, it feels like we're fundamentally, as humanity, right? As humanity, we're caught up in these cycles of structure and chaos. I like to where are you going? I love the stickers. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just doing my makeup because I like to do my makeup. I post videos on Instagram about like just like funny astrology content, so that's why I'm doing my makeup. But I'm not going out anywhere because I'm a loser. All my friends are older. Like, I have a lot of older friends. Why put makeup on? Well, I like doing my makeup. Like, I do like looking nice, but I also like doing my makeup. So yeah. And I don't wear it every day. Like, I don't wear it like around. Like, I don't wear it all the time, right? Like, I only wear it sometimes. So I don't have makeup on all the time. What was I saying though? Oh yeah, I was talking about society. And how society, like, I feel like as a human race, like as humanity, right? When you zoom out, like when you look at the broader uh political landscape, but it's not just like a political landscape. I see it also as like a spiritual landscape. And as humans, like, if you look at the historical record, we're caught up in cycles of like structure. Oh, thank you. Is my skin shiny? I feel like it's kind of, I didn't really do anything to it today, so yeah. But I feel like we're fundamentally caught up in like cycles of like structure and chaos, right? Like, you see these really amazing civilizations rise to power, usually through unethical means, but then you all inevitably see a collapse. And there's this inability for us to, from what I've seen so far, based on history, for us to prevent the collapse, the inevitable collapse of society, and then the subsequent rebuilding of society. So I don't know. I think it will be interesting just to see what that's like. Like, it does feel like with the US, we're kind of witnessing that. We're witnessing the chaos that comes kind of before the collapse, you know? Or like, yeah, like the dissolution of structure more so that leads to the collapse, and then you see the chaos, whatever. Anyways, is putting makeup on like therapy for you? Yeah, I like it a lot. I love it. Yeah, I do a lot of other stuff. I do a lot of crafts, like arts and crafts. So yeah, but it is very therapeutic in a way. I mean, I like watercolor too. That's one of my favorite things to do too, painting watercolor. I haven't done it in a while though. I need to get like more back into it. But yeah, I've just been pretty busy lately with just like working and like making content, and yeah. Are you living in Cali? Like California? No, I'm in Canada, not California. Those start with a C though, so you're right about close enough, right? Eh? I got this inspiration from like something I saw on Pinterest, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it as well as that person on Pinterest did. Like, you see a Pinterest post and you're like, oh, I can totally do that. And then you try it out and it turns out that you could actually not do that. Like, you could not be more bad at accomplishing what that person on Pinterest did. Close enough, but wrong enough. Yeah, exactly. I mean, maybe there's some similarities between Canada and California. It's certainly colder up here, though. I don't know if I would want it to be hot all the time, though. And I feel, what's my MBTI? I think I'm like an INFP or something like that. Something like that. My skincare routine. Good question. In the mornings, I'll put like on like some hydrating toners. I guess I can show you guys one day, but I put on some hydrating toners, moisturizer, sunscreen, pretty basic. And then at night, I use tretinoin, which is a retinol, which is a vitamin A. What's nice about Canada is that we do have free healthcare, so you can get like prescriptions for like very cheap, right? Like you can get like prescription medication for like not a lot of money, which is nice. So that's what I use, tretinoin, or like you can get like other stuff too, like similar stuff like adapalene. I think in the US, like adapalene or different gel you can get, and it's pretty like available, widely available from my understanding. I think you can just kind of pick it up at like your local pharmacy, right? Yeah. You've been through some hardship too, typical INFP stereotype. Yeah, I would say that, definitely. Certainly a little bit of hardship. Maybe here, wait, I kind of want to change. I'm trying to find my brushes. Ooh, they're right here. Oh, your skin's very sensitive? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, retinol is definitely tough if you have sensitive skin to like find like the right right one that's going to work for you. But you never know though too, because sometimes, I don't know, sometimes it's just the formulation, and then sometimes you try one and it ends up working and you didn't think it would. So, but yeah, my skin is pretty sensitive too, honestly, but you know, what is it? What do they always say? Beauty, pain, something about beauty and pain. Beauty is pain or whatever. My eyes are pretty, thank you. What kind of moisturizer should I use on my face? I live in Chicago and it's so dry here. Honestly, if you get like if you're a dude, I feel like dudes have like really resistant skin for some reason. Like they never seem to break out, which is kind of unfair. But like there's like just basic moisturizer like CeraVe. CeraVe's like a good one. I really like Aveeno. Aveeno moisturizers are really nice. That's what I like. Yeah, Aveeno moisturizers, those are my favorite. But also too, if you like take a hot shower and as right after you get out of the shower, you have like a lot of moisture on your skin. So it's good to like lock it in with like something that's gonna like trap in the moisture. So you can do that with like a moisturizer. You can also do that really well with like Vaseline or like Aquaphor, which like I'm pretty sure everyone knows what Vaseline is, but you can do that too, and it works wonders. When I was a kid, I used to get like super, I would always like go outside. I have really sensitive skin when it comes to like cold weather, and I would go outside as a kid, and my hands, because it was so cold out and so dry out, my hands would start to crack. And so what my mom did is she would always slather Vaseline all over my hands because they were like cracked and bleeding, right? And then she'd force me to like put socks on my hands, and then she'd make me sleep with these Vaseline covered hands with socks on them, like just overnight. And it was like magic though. It would like heal it would heal all the cracks in my hands. So it's like incredible. I probably have eczema or something, but like I'm too lazy to go to the doctor, and like they'll probably just gaslight me anyway. So it doesn't, you know. doesn't matter. What kind of people do you gravitate more towards, and what kinds do you avoid? What type of people do I gravitate towards? I don't know. I gravitate towards people who just seem, I guess people who, I don't know. I think that I'm good at picking up on like bad vibes in people, I guess. But I do think like a lot of extroverts are attracted to me, but I personally prefer having more introverted, low-key type of friends. But yeah, but it's weird because I'm like mainly introverted, but then I also have like moments of extroversion. I guess I'm good at pretending to be an extrovert. So I kind of like people who can do that too, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, not like a specific, I don't know, there's not like a specific person type of person that I'm like drawn towards. I think it just depends. Yeah. I mean, I've always been like interested in human behavior though too, like studying humans. That's something that's really fascinating. That's obviously why I'm like an astrologer. Like you wouldn't want to be an astrologer without like studying, without like being curious about like the human condition, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of what astrology is. At least in the modern context. I mean, like ancient astrology was more like more focused on that sort of like mundane stuff, right? Like mundane astrology, like the idea of can you make more sense than my therapist? No, I can't. Of course not. Or do I make more sense? Is that what you were trying to say? That's funny though. What was I saying though? I literally just forgot. Sorry guys, I have ADHD. I can't remember what I just said 2 seconds ago. I was just talking about being curious. Oh yeah, I was talking about astrology, obviously. Duh. Astrology channel. Of course I was talking about astrology. Yeah, astrology in the modern context is really psychological. It's all about like what type of person are you? What personality traits do you have? What was your relationship like with your mother? You know, that sort of stuff. But um in the past, astrology has been I think I've talked a bit about this before in one of my other lives, but astrology in the past was more like about collective stuff. It was more about like farming, like was there going to be a good harvest, like stuff just concerning like groups of people more so than an individual. Oh, I do make more sense than your therapist. Thank you. What are some overlooked red flags that you tend to recognize in others? Definitely the eyes. You can tell a lot about people by their eyes. Yeah, like you can kind of just see when people don't have a lot of spark in their eye, I guess, you know? Or people, a lot of people have like really contracted, I'm kind of the opposite, but they'll have like super contracted pupils and their eyes will be like really wide like this. And it's like, oh, you're crazy, you know? Like, you're insane. I don't know. But yeah, there's not like a general red flag. I think it's just like, honestly, I think it's just like intuition. Like if you get a vibe from someone, then go with your gut instinct because your gut instinct is probably correct, you know? Yeah. You sound like Raven in Teen Titans. I feel like I'm just too old to have. I think my little cousins, though, watched that, like Teen Titans. But yeah, thank you, I guess. I don't know who that is. I don't know. Well, I think, no, isn't she like she's like the goth type one, wearing like a black hood and stuff and like flying around and stuff. Isn't that who she was? Raven from Teen Titans. Yeah, you look, you have an ASMR voice. Thank you. I've done ASMR on this channel before, but I feel like I got kind of bored with it. Yeah. Yeah, that's her. Okay, good. I'm glad. I know who you're talking about, but just very, like, vaguely as, like, a concept, you know? Oh, you don't trust people that don't like animals. That's a good one. Oh, you know, this is a good one, actually. I don't trust people that are mean to customer service workers. Like, if you're mean to, like, a Starbucks barista, it's like, what are you doing, girl? Like, what? Why are you being mean to the customer service workers? They're just doing their job. Unless, of course, they're being, like, super rude to you. Like, does anyone remember that TikTok of, like, that guy who, like, made that cake and then the cake got eaten by, like, the staff? That made me mad. Like, then I'd be mad. Then I'd get mad at the customer service workers. But aside from that, either, no. You know, what was it? I think it was, like, Cake Gate or something. All the gates on TikTok. Cake Gate, this and that gate, you know? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? But yeah, that is like a red flag, definitely. Like people that don't like animals. No, you didn't hear about that. Okay, well, maybe I'm just chronically online, so don't listen to me. I'm trying to find this one eyeshadow that I have somewhere. I'm trying to find it. What happened in Cake Gate? Okay, in Cake Gate, it was basically like this guy made a cake, like a handmade cake, like homemade, like super nice. He took it out to a restaurant for his friend's birthday and asked the restaurant to like cut up the cake, right? And then they all got like only like a tiny slice of the cake each. And then they like asked where the rest of the cake was basically because they had only gotten like a tiny slice of it each, and the staff were like, oh, like, no, like, we threw the cake out. And like the guy was like, yeah, no, you didn't, like, you definitely ate some of it because the slices that they got given apparently were really small. So like, yeah, that's basically Cake Gate. And it kind of like blew up because everyone was like, yeah. And then the restaurant like apologized and stuff. It was, yeah, really funny. Anyways, kind of dumb, but yeah. The audacity, I know. Maybe they're really hungry, you know? Maybe they don't eat enough, that poor person, that poor service worker wasn't eating enough. So they ate some of the guy's cake. Girl, what? I wish I was so pretty like you. I'm ugly trash. What? I don't feel pretty most of the time, to be honest with you. I would say I would lie and tell you guys that I've had like a ton of work done, but I actually haven't had anything done. So, you know, like you see some of those girls online and you're like, oh my God, they're so pretty. But then they've had like 50 million facelifts and stuff. And you're like, oh, you're also rich. That's why you're pretty, you know? But yeah, I haven't had any work done. So I'm going to see. I kind of hope you can kind of see it, but kind of not. I feel like you can see it better in like, I don't know. You can kind of see it, but it's not like super, like, it's not super discernible, I guess. Maybe I'll leave them on or put new ones back on. But we'll see. I'll say that till after I'm done. We'll see if it grows on me. You know, never know. Like, I feel like it's kind of like you can't really tell that they're hearts. But I don't know. We'll see. Oh, wait. I need to do the eyeliner. Duh. Whoopsies. Okay, where are we going? Maybe I'll go with like a red liner. Oh, thank you. I don't know why I'm here watching D-Doc. Well, I like it. I mean, that I enjoy that you're enjoying me talking. I feel like lots of people might find me annoying, but that's great that you vibe with it. What am I gonna do? I don't know. No, I think it's more so annoying in that, like, I don't know, I talk too much about too many things. And I get, like, preoccupied with, like, one specific topic for a while, and then I bug everyone in my life, and then I move on to a different topic, and then I bug everyone in my life, you know? Most of my girlfriends say I never listen to them, but I'm not sure if that's what they really said. That's very interesting. What's the topic I'm stuck on right now? Definitely the poison path. If anyone knows what that is. Like botanical curses and like poisons and stuff. Like different like plant extracts and like their poison properties. And like how you can use that like to treat certain things or to have certain like perceptual experiences, or like how that can be used in like a magical context. That's kind of what I'm on right now. And just learning about more plants in general, like more just like planting things. Gardening, I guess. Gardening, it's so funny because I thought gardening was so lame when I was like my mom always liked to garden, but now that I'm like older, I actually like enjoy it quite a bit. Yeah. I think it's just nice producing like your own food and stuff too, right? It is very interesting. It is very interesting, like learning about all the different like stuff that like different people and different cultures would use. And there's so many plants that are just like poisonous, and like people don't know that they're poisonous. Like people just have poisonous plants growing all over the place, and like no one knows about them. Some of the prettiest ones too are poisonous. Like my mom has rhododendrons in the back; those are poisonous. And there's another one, hellebores; those are poisonous too. Lily of the valley, poisonous. So many pretty flowers that you would use in like nice floral arrangements are like the most deadly, and it's like what? It's like what is this? You know? Yeah, it's kind of counterintuitive, but yeah, it's pretty interesting. Interesting stuff. Oh, that's so sweet. I grow a vegetable garden every summer. I love it so much. I'd love to give it away too and show people what I've done. Oh my God, that's so sweet. I love that. Yes. Growing veggie gardens. What do you grow in your veggie garden? I'm curious. Like what types of plants do you grow in your veggie garden? Do you grow like carrots? I've heard that carrots are actually pretty hard to grow. I grow a lot of herbs though. That's like my thing, is like growing herbs. Like I grew some calendula last summer. I don't know if anyone knows what that is, but it's like this really pretty, like yellow orange flower. And yeah, I started growing it last summer and it grew like crazy. It was all over the place, you know? You grow tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, bell peppers, cucumber, different herbs. Oh, that's so nice. I love that. I think that growing things is so fun. It's also like liberating too, right? Because then it's like you learn how to like make your own food and like produce your own food. It's definitely been lost over the centuries, that like ability to just like make things yourself, you know? You've grown some pretty decent potted plants. I have trouble growing, yeah. I have some good potted plants, like my catnip grew like a ton. The thing about that I hate about catnip though is that the cats eat it, obviously. I think that that's so annoying. Like you'll start growing catnip and then the cats will come along and they'll start munching on it and like completely like ruin your plant and like eat the entire plant and like then go crazy and stuff. And that's the thing too, is they'll do it behind your back. That's the funnest thing about catnip, is watching your cats go crazy from the catnip. But then if they eat the catnip behind your back, then you don't even get to enjoy watching them go crazy and freak out. You just end up with no plant. And so that kind of sucks. But yeah. I think catnip is actually like related to like, I don't even know if I can say it on here, but you know what plant I'm talking about. If you know, you know. You're going to call it a night now. Good night and take care. Yes, you too. Good night. It's like therapy for me to grow my own vegetables. Yeah, it is very therapeutic, definitely, to grow things. I'm not sure if I already said that. I might be just like repeating stuff, but whatever. Oh. I thought you were literally talking about potted plants, but that's not what you're talking about. Whoopsies. See, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that stuff on YouTube Live. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about medicinal stuff on here, you know? That's the thing, though. That's another thing I could rant about. I could rant about substances and like the restriction of substances. A lot of people don't know there's a lot of like anti like drug sort of like rhetoric, like, oh, like drugs are bad, blah blah blah. But the thing is, a lot of the reason that certain like well, first of all, it's like how do you define like a drug, right? Because like the pharmacology of it, a lot of things could actually fall into that category, right? For example, like food could, in some definitions of the word drug, it could count as a drug, right? Because it's something that is external that you're intaking that's having a physiological impact on the body. If that's kind of like a broad definition that you're using, then a lot of things could fall into that category, right? So even among like people that study this stuff, there's no like necessarily like consensus about like what counts. But a lot of like substances are not like regulated. Like there's a lot of weird shit you can get on like the gray market. There's a lot of just plant extracts that you can literally like grow yourself, right? Like it's kind of crazy. And like what I'm talking about too when I'm talking about poisons, it's like you can grow rhododendrons in your garden and that's like a poison plant, like a plant that could count as like a drug, you know. But a lot of like what gets like restricted really comes down to it really comes down to like the politics of it, which kind of sucks in some ways, but like with alcohol, like alcohol was prohibited, right, for a while. Like it was actually illegal to buy alcohol, but now it's not. The thing about restricting access though is it doesn't actually, I'm gonna put these back on, it doesn't actually it doesn't actually reduce the use of said substance, you know, so something to keep in mind maybe. I'm so tired today though. Ugh. It's definitely the full moon because it was just the full moon. That's why I'm so tired. What was the last full moon in? It was full moon in, was it Pisces? No. Oh, I think it was a Leo full moon. Of course it was a Leo full moon. Dramatic ass full moon. Full moon in Leo. Lots of stuff coming up with a full moon in Leo. For sure. But yeah, I do need to get better at tracking the moon cycle though. I lose track of it sometimes because it moves so quickly. It's hard to keep track of the moon. Wouldn't it be cool if we had, I'm always thinking about like, what if we had more than one moon? I think that would be so cool. I would love that. To have more than one moon. I mean, we don't, but it's a nice thought. I think that would be very cool. To have more than one moon. I just think it would be cool to like look up into the night sky and have that. I don't know if that would, I wondered though if that would like affect the tides at all if we had more than one moon. Do you do interesting things when it's a full moon? Sometimes if I have the energy, but I usually don't, so I don't know. I guess sometimes I'll do stuff when it's a full moon, but it's not like a mandatory thing. Yeah. That's the thing too. Sometimes like when certain energies are coming in, you actually just want to chill out instead of be super active. Thank you. That's very sweet. Leviticant. What? I love that name, the username. Everyone has such interesting usernames. All the people that come through here. I do make full moon water though. I will say I make full moon water sometimes. But that's like easy to do. Like you just put it under the full moon and it absorbs the moon's rays and whatever. Sometimes if I remember to do that, I'll do that. But then I like make a ton of it and then I just like never use it. So it's like, what am I even doing making moon water if I'm not going to use it? It seems like a waste of water, you know? But yeah. Don't want to waste water. It's a precious resource. I do take baths though every night, so maybe I should just shut up and not talk about that. I'm the first to laugh and compliment your name, really? I feel like it's a pretty standout type of name. Like it really grabs your attention, you know? Oh, we were just talking about herbs too. You put in an herb satchel. Yeah, I like to do that too. Like you wrap up some herbs in like a cheesecloth. I use a cheesecloth and then you tie it to string and then you just dangle it over the bed and then yeah, you get all the good stuff, all the plant magic from the herbs. Yeah. But yeah, I agree. Baths are very relaxing. I'm definitely a bath person. I just don't want to stand up in the shower. It's like too much work. I want to lie down and have a nice relaxing bath. I honestly don't know how I'd survive without baths. Cinnamon, sage, lavender, orange peel. Nice. I definitely, lavender is goated. Lavender is literally the best thing ever. I love it so much. Yeah, my mom has like a ton of lavender in her garden, and I go out and I pick it. And it grows like almost year round here, I want to say. Like it grows pretty steadily throughout the year here, depending on which variety it is, though, I guess. But yeah. But lavender is just good for everything. When you need a pick-me-up, lavender. When you're stressed, lavender. When you're sleepy, lavender. When you're not sleepy, lavender. Always lavender. So good. I also really like, what is it? Ylang ylang? Yeah. I like that too, but I have it in some sprays. Like I buy some sprays from like my local. These are both sprays that I got. I like sprays a lot because they're just like convenient when you need like a quick cleanse. This is like a local one though. I don't know if they have an online thing, but if you want to check it out, I guess you could. Not sponsored, literally, obviously, but like Fable Apothecary. This is such a nice spray. It's called Moon Dance. So nice, handmade from locally from where I am. Yeah, super nice. I really like it. But yeah, it's got lavender in it. So good. And then this one too. This one is like Nag Champa or something, which yeah, but this is also locally made, but this one's good too. I like sprays though. Sprays are a lot easier than like smoke cleansing or like whatever else. Right? Because it's like sometimes, I don't know, I just don't want like smoke cleansing. Sometimes you get too much when you're hungry, lavender. When you're thirsty, lavender. Exactly. Yes. Always lavender. But yeah, I don't always like to smoke cleanse because then it gets like the smoke kind of gets in your room and I don't know, it just like my lungs are pretty sensitive, so I can only do it like once a week, if that. Like maximum, you know. Moon Dance. I have this lavender cheese spread and lavender lemonade. Ooh, interesting. That sounds yummy. Sounds delicious. But yeah, I'm obsessed with sprays. And where I live too, we've got so many like local people that make so much cool stuff. Like it's amazing. So you're never without a spray. That's for sure. Sprays all over the place. I was just quiet there for a second. I got really focused on what I was doing. Where's my foundation? Somewhere down here. Do, 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 do. I can hear the wind outside. It's so relaxing. It's so nice and calming. You hear a lot of weird stuff though. We live kind of like out, not exactly in the wilderness, but it's definitely not densely populated, that's for sure. But yeah, like you hear owls sometimes here at night, and the owls like literally like sound so horrifying. They're like like it's so bad. It sounds like someone's screaming and you're like, what is that? But it's just literally like just an owl, and you're like, okay, that's cool. You can just scream away, I guess, you know. I'm back. Your phone died. Oh no. I hate that for you. I've been waiting for you to go live again. Yes, thank you. I'm glad that I'm seeing reoccurring people. I don't know people. But yeah, I'm glad that I'm seeing some actual people that I've seen before. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet of you that you just subscribed. You got copyrighted? Wait, why can't you go live if you got copyrighted? What? I didn't even know that was a thing. Is it like once, or is it like the copyright strikes? Like once you get like 3, is it 3 strikes and then you can't go live, or is it literally like once? Now I'm scared. You're literally scaring me. I'm scared. Yeah, I usually, when I see a copyright video, just take it down. I'm like, you know what? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'll just take it down. I'm not strong. I'm not strong enough against the censorship. I succumb to the censorship. I can't do it. You know? It's a couple. Okay, yeah. I was hoping that that would be the answer. That you at least have a little while. Or like a few, you get more than one chance. Elon Musk needs to buy YouTube and stop the censorship. What? Elon Musk is literally wacko. I'm sorry. I literally think he's like such a weird guy. And I don't know, I don't think the censorship is like, I think that's just like a social media thing. Like you have to have some level of censorship, or else just like people just say whatever. Like people can just get on the internet and say like whatever crap type of stuff they want to say. So it's like if you don't censor anything, then you get like issues with people being like crazy, you know? I meant more so in terms of copyright. Like in terms of copyright striking, right? Like, because copyright striking, that's like corporations usually, or like people that own some kind of intellectual property of or something, or like copyright striking people because they own it, essentially. They own, like, this piece of art, or they own, I forgot what I was saying again. Deer in headlights. What's going on? Yeah, no. I'm not the biggest fan of Elon Musk, that's for sure. I think, too, it's kind of, I do think it's dumb for him to be so involved in the political state of the US currently, just because it's short-sighted. It's very short-sighted for him to be getting involved with the people he's getting involved with. And it's not a smart decision on his part. Like, just from a purely capitalistic, purely corporate standpoint, you know? Because if a Democrat gets elected the next election, he's absolutely cooked. You know, he's going to jail. So I don't know. He needs an astrologer, that's for sure. Actually, no, I wouldn't be his astrologer. Let's just say that. Historically, though, interestingly, a lot of figures have used astrologers to. I think Hitler had an astrologer. Like, a lot of right-wing figures have used astrology historically for, you know, their purposes, telling them what's going to happen. But you can't necessarily predict the future with astrology. It's just patterns. Just patterns and cycles of time that we're all caught up in. But hopefully we'll be able to break free from. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. I'm idealistic. I'm too idealistic. Even when I'm nihilistic, I'm idealistic. Like, having faith for humanity, which kind of sucks, because I wish I could not. I mean, I go through phases where sometimes I'm hopeful, and then other times I'm not so hopeful. Because we seem to just be fundamentally unable to come together no matter what. But I guess that's life, you know? But then there's also, like, a lot of people that want to believe that, like, aliens are going to come save us, and I'm skeptical. Would love that if aliens could come save us, but don't think it's going to happen. We'll see, though. You never know. I'm going to go in with this blush. I remember someone commented saying that I had, like, way too much blush on this one time, but yeah. I like a lot of blush. It's a Valentine's Day look, too. Belated Valentine's Day. Ooh, what did you guys do for Valentine's Day? Did anyone do anything? I know that people are like, oh, Valentine's Day is, like, capitalistic holiday, which, like, yeah, it is, but, like, it's still fun. But I don't have a Valentine, but my mom did get me chocolates, which was very nice of her. That's what she does every single year. She gets us something. Yeah, and this year she got me, like, these little peach gummies in this little box that were really cute. And then she got me soy-free chocolate, because for some reason I literally developed, like, this weird, like, sensitivity to soy, and I can't, like, eat anything with soy in it anymore, so that kind of sucks. You're single right now, but 2 ex-girlfriends called you on Valentine's. What the heck? That's really weird. Mercury retrograde. That's what happens during Mercury. That's what people say, at least. People say that, like, your exes start calling you and stuff during Mercury retrograde, but I don't know how true that is. It's never happened to me, at least. Maybe it has, and I just haven't been paying attention, but that's what people say happens during Mercury retrograde. that like people from the past come and call you. Which I don't think Mercury is retrograde right now. I could be wrong, but I don't think it is. I know that Venus is going retrograde soon. In March, early March, we're getting Venus retrograde. So that's going to be rough. Because Venus doesn't go retrograde very often. That's the thing. Mercury goes retrograde. When Mercury goes retrograde pretty often, Venus doesn't go retrograde very often at all. So people are definitely going to be feeling that. What is this? Do you know what the definition of a bop is? Because somebody saying that goes to my school saying I'm bop, when I recall, I'm pretty sure it means losing your V card at a young age. Yeah, it's kind of like saying that you're like, it's just like saying that, you know, yeah, basically what you said. It's like saying that you're like promiscuous or whatever. So, I don't know. I avoid men that calling you that. Leave them. Yeah, I'm really going hard on the bush today. Yeah, leave those men behind. You don't need them. They're just joking. They're just being rude. It's like a new thing. It's like just new slang. Like, it's just like new slang. Like, people always come up with new slang. Like, I think bop is just like another new slang term, derogatory new slang term that people are using. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm old now. I'm old, so I'm like, whatever. You had a lovely Valentine's. You celebrated your dad's birthday. Aw, that's so sweet, at a Mexican restaurant. I love that. Oh, that's so sweet. We have a really good Mexican place here where I live. It's called Lunitas. It's so good. But yeah, it's always so busy every single time. Every single time we want to go, it's like, it's like way too busy. So, yeah. We actually have a lot of good food spots here. We've got a couple Mexican places. We've got a really good, like, authentic sushi place down in Lower Gibsons. That's really, really, really nice and yummy. Yeah, I don't know where the term bop comes from, though. Like, I've been seeing it around recently, but yeah, just, like, you're promiscuous or whatever. What should I call anyone that? I think that's just, like, an inherent assumption, like, misogynistic assumption. You see a woman and you're like, oh. You know. That's just how the cookie crumbles. It's the world we live in. I feel like it's actually, like, my makeup is, for once, it's like slightly too light, but whatever. Hopefully it'll calm down once I put some, what is it? Contour? Is it contour? Yeah, I think so. There we go. I do really like flowers, though. It would be nice to get flowers, I guess, but I've been really into like making bouquets, though, like myself, like just using the flowers that I have outside in my backyard. That's been a hobby of mine recently. Yeah, sorry, I'm not feeling very talkative today. Ugh, just tired. What am I gonna do for the... What am I gonna do for the bottom here? Let's see. Maybe some pink. Do some pink. A pink moment. Find a pink. Pink, 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 pink. What type of pink, though, do I want to go for? I don't know if I want to do... Oh, whoopsies. I'm always knocking things down. I don't know. Maybe. No, I'm gonna do this. You can really hear the wind picking up in the background. In the fall, we got a lot of big, like, windstorms. And it was like every single week the power was going out. It was very tiring. I know some people that had their power out for like days on end. Yeah. I mean, luckily we're like a pretty small community, so I mean, it is like pretty easy to get around, and like if you don't have power, then you can just drive like to the supermarket, or like you could go over to a friend's house, like a place that has power. So that's I think that that's nice. Nothing too wide scale. Usually it's just very specific little hubs where the power goes out, and then you can drive somewhere else and the power will be back on. But yeah, I sleep with a fan on too all the time, and the fan it gets annoying when the power goes out, because then the fan stops and then you get woken up, and then it just kind of sucks, you know? I'm almost done. Then I need to go have dinner because I haven't eaten anything for a while. And I'm hungry. Pizza, pizza. We've just been eating nothing but pizza these past few nights. Should I do... Where is my eyeliner? My red eyeliner. I literally lost it. I'm always losing things. I'm always losing things. No matter what I do, I'm always losing things, losing track of things. Oh, here it is. Haha, found it. Suckers. Where's my... do I want to do that? I don't know if I want to do that or if I want to use like a lighter color. Of like, what you want to call it. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to go underneath with a red. My, what do you call this? Upper waterline. It's so hard to do. Imagine if there's like an earthquake right now and I just like stab my eye out and my eyeball goes... It sails across the room. Low-key, one of my biggest fears, though, is like, not, I guess not biggest fear. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this. So, you know, maybe it's not that big of a fear, actually. Yeah. They say we're due for a big earthquake over here on the West Coast. Hello, Lexi. Is that a picture in a goalie net? That's so cool. Is that hockey? Hockey? Are you a goalie? I love that. You must be a Taurus. You must have some Taurus placements in your chart if you're a goalie. Thank you. Yeah, you're a goalie. Do you have any Taurus in your chart? I'm curious now. Do you have any Taurus placements? Anything in Taurus? Or just any Earth in general? Am I single? Yes, I am single. Single as a Pringle or whatever. You don't know? You should check. Type your birth date into a software and see if you have anything in Taurus. Oh, you're actually doing it? Woohoo. But yeah, Taurus is the one that looks like a bull. Like it's got like, I don't know how to describe it. Aries is like this kind of, and Taurus is like a circle and it's got like bull horns, like out like that. Like it looks like a bull. Taurus, Taurus, like a bull with bull horns. Yeah, the zodiac sign. Yeah, I'm wondering if you have any in your chart. Clearly you're not a Taurus sun though, because if you would probably know like what your sun sign is. I feel like most people know what their sun sign. Maybe not all people, I shouldn't say, but I feel like most people know what their sun sign is. What is your sun sign, Lexi? You're a Capricorn. That's still an Earth sign, so close enough. Very responsible. Capricorns are very responsible, very serious, very Yeah. Saturn ruled. Hey, it was just your birthday then, wasn't it? Like December? Or no, January. December, January. Yeah, like late December. Early January. Taurus. Yeah, it was just your birthday. Nice. Is it annoying though having a birthday so close to the holidays? Like, do people usually get you like, do like one combined gift thing, you know? Instead of getting like a birthday present and a Christmas present, you just get a birthday Christmas present. You're January? Okay. That would be rough though, being born in the new year. You don't know what you want for your birthday. Yeah, because you just had Christmas, so now you don't know what you want for a birthday present. You're like, what can I ask for? You can just let people surprise you though, right? Sometimes like the nicest presents are just like surprises, because then it also, you get to see like if, like how well people know you, you know? Or like some people are really observant and they notice little things about you that you never even really noticed about yourself. Like if you like a specific like food or something, you know? But I feel like it just would be hard though for, because it's like New Year's and like everyone's like making all these crazy New Year's resolutions. Like, I'm gonna fix my life. I'm gonna fix my life. I'm gonna, you know, do this and that and get all my crap together this year. And people make like crazy New Year's resolutions that they can never stick to. I always say if you're gonna make some kind of resolution, wait till the spring equinox to make it. Because then you'll actually have the energy to follow through. Like making resolutions in the middle of January is never a good idea. It's like the dead of winter. And everyone's like, oh, let's make New Year's resolutions. It's like, what if we don't? What if we just chill out? You know? Yeah, maybe it's different if you have a birthday then, though. I don't know. Yeah, I wish my birthday was like a summertime because, yeah, pool parties and stuff. Yeah. Because everyone's so tired in the winter. Everyone just wants to like stay home and like chill out at home and not socialize and just relax. But I don't know. I guess if you're more introverted, then maybe it's actually a bonus to have your birthday then.